Ralph Waldo Emerson was a famous American essayist, poet, and philosopher. He was born in Boston on May 25, 1803, to a well-known New England family. His father was a prominent Unitarian minister who died when Emerson was only 8 years old. He began his schooling at the Boston Latin School, where he studied classics. At just 14 years old, he enrolled in Harvard College, graduating 4 years later. He then went on to Harvard Divinity School to become a pastor.
In 1829, he married Ellen Louisa Tucker. 2 years later, he became a minister at Boston's Second Church. Unfortunately, Ellen died 4 years later into their marriage. Emerson began to disagree with the higher members of his church, which led to his resignation from the church to focus more on his writing. He then left for Europe. Upon his return in 1835, he married Lydia Jackson and had 4 children.
At this time, Emerson took to lecturing and became a leading figure of the American Transcendentalist movement.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
He and other like-minded writers believed that each individual could transcend the physical world of the senses into a deeper spiritual experience through free will and intuition. Through this philosophy, God was seen not as a remote or unknowable entity, but rather as a force that could be found by looking into the soul and feeling the connection to nature, a force that pervades humanity and nature. Emerson began to publish works which are centered around this philosophy.
Through the 1860s and during the Civil War, Emerson advocated for the abolition of slavery and continued to lecture across the country. In 1882, at age 79, Emerson caught a cold that developed into pneumonia and died peacefully in his home. He was buried in the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Concord. Emerson had a strong impact on American literature, religion, and thought in the 19th century, influencing Henry David Thoreau and Walt Whitman, and his enduring presence can still be felt today.